What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. I got a little bit extra for you. It is August 26th, 2021. I am JD from New York, and this is the OTS venue. We got a lot to go over today, including where is Bray Wyatt going? Where is Daniel Bryan going? I think we know where Daniel Bryan's going after CM Punk's promo last night on AEW Dynamite. Where's he going to show up? Where's Pete Dunne going? Where's Adam Cole Bay going? I got all the news right here for you on Off the Script. Also, WWE has now revealed a new pay-per-view name for January 1st, 2022. Let's get right into it. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. And if you guys want to go check out anything that I've previously uploaded on the channel, it is all on the homepage. Go and check all that stuff out. Bray Wyatt, he may not be going. He may not be going to AEW. And the latest on Daniel Bryan's future. Now, on a recent Wrestling Observer Live, Dave Meltzer indicated that Bray Wyatt was likely headed to AEW. Wyatt is still under, obviously, a non-compete with WWE, so he legally cannot start talking to anybody about contract, money, and what promotion he wants to go to. On the Bryan and Vinny show, Bryan Alvarez said that he heard from people in AEW who said they are unaware that Wyatt could be headed there. Now, I don't know why anybody in AEW would be in the know about Wyndham Rotunda going to All Elite Wrestling outside of Cody and the Bucks, and maybe not even them, because this is a big deal. Bray Wyatt, as we see it right now, is the biggest free agent on the market that is not signed to a promotion. So I don't know why anybody outside Tony Khan and those close to Wyndham would know what his desires and what his potential plans look like. Alvarez said on the Wrestling Observer Radio with Garrett, one of his other colleagues on the show, I don't know the exact wording that Dave used, but he seemed to indicate that Bray Wyatt was going to AEW. What I can tell you about this, and I'm not saying that Dave is wrong, he may be right, and it may happen, but as soon as that show went up, I started getting text messages, and they were all from people regarding Bray Wyatt in AEW. It was not Tony Khan. These were people that probably should know, and they were like, did Dave say that Bray is coming in? And I said, I don't know. I didn't do the show. I haven't heard it yet. Essentially, they were unaware of this. Again, I'm not saying that Bray isn't going or that Dave is wrong. Dave may know something, and they don't know, which would be some sort of weirdness. And that's the story right now. Alvarez continued, and I quote, what I think I can safely say is, and I do not believe it is a guarantee that Bray Wyatt is going to AEW. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. To me, this is not like CM Punk, where CM Punk was going to AEW, and I'm like 99.9% sure that Bryan Danielson is going to AEW. I would not say anything resembling that for Bray Wyatt. I am not saying it's going to happen. Maybe it will, but I would put it at a much less than 99.9% at this point. End quote. Now, Alvarez says that his gut feeling tells him that Wyatt is not going to AEW, but things can change. So at this point, Wyatt going to AEW is not a sure thing and will likely stay that way until he officially becomes a free agent after his non-compete clause expires. Now, I don't know why we're talking about this. I don't. We got CM Punk. We got All Out. We got Daniel Bryan coming into AEW. We got Adam Hangman Page and his quest for the AEW World Championship against Kenny Omega. Adam Cole more than likely ending up in AEW. Why are we talking about Bray Wyatt? I don't understand why people are already throwing rumors out there, and it pisses me off because a lot of people, well, guys like JD from NY, he speculated about Keith Lee,
And what the WWE creative had, he wasn't buried. He was dealing with COVID.
That's all I heard. Meanwhile, everybody speculated about the same thing, and now here, everybody, again, is speculating about Wyndham Rotunda and where he's going. Now, I don't know, you don't know, they don't know. The only one that knows is Wyndham right now. Tony Khan cannot speak to him. But after what we saw on Dynamite, it looks like we are in the beginning stages of a breakup of sorts with the Dark Order. After what Alex Reynolds did to Evil Uno, and Evil Uno developing this narcissistic complex about him, thinking that he's the leader of the Dark Order. So I don't know what's going on there. That could be the beginning seeds of an entry point for Wyndham to come into AEW. But Wyndham is so big and so creative that I don't think any other brand, and I don't want to say here, that he's going to AEW, but, think about it from the way I'm thinking about it. Impact is fine, but Impact is a small promotion. Yeah, the Forbidden Door exists, but Impact is a small promotion. Wyndham's creativity is not going to be seen by the masses like it should with Impact Wrestling. MLW, maybe he goes to Japan. We don't know. We don't know what he wants to do. But AEW is the second biggest promotion in all of the world, and they are on TNT. They are not the level of Fox, but they're bigger than USA Network. So if Wyndham wants to really reinvent himself and be in front of more people potentially compared to where he was previously and compared to Impact, then AEW is going to do that. And I feel like all the teases that we've gotten with Punk and his shoes, on Dynamite last night, he had BW on his shoes. The week before, he had AC. Now, I don't know what BW means. It could mean anything. Again, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be the fucking groomer that he takes his dog to. I don't know. I have no idea. AC could be friends, family, could be the first and last name of the barista that served him his coffee in the morning. I don't know. But everybody in a wrestling landscape, Adam Cole, Bray Wyatt, is he dropping Easter eggs about what he is expecting to happen in AEW? And we talked about this on the Dynamite review, Jesse and I. CM Punk is a bridge to everything that we're seeing. Punk is there because of Bryan. I believe this wholeheartedly. Bryan signed, Punk signed. Punk signed, Cole's gonna sign. Cole's gonna sign, Wyndham's gonna sign. And it all started with Aleister Black, Malachi Black, showing up on Dynamite, kicking Cody's head off. This is a beautiful thing. Professional wrestling is back. Bray Wyatt was never given the platform to professionally wrestle. Everybody thought of him as a money-making machine with a fucking mask and gloves and puppets. The guy's a great wrestler. When you put him in the ring, the guy knows how to wrestle. Look at his family. If he's going to go anywhere, he's going to be given the opportunity in AEW to wrestle, be creative, and Tony Khan's not going to really question much of what he can do because Tony Khan has seen what he can do, and that's a guy that Tony Khan can trust. I think he's going to AEW. It would be foolish for him not to. Now, as far as Daniel Bryan was teased on Dynamite. CM Punk, he was revered with a yes chant and then pretty much said, listen, that's not my shtick, but I think you guys got to be a little bit more patient on that coming. So all that he said was be patient, and people went crazy. Pretty much confirming that Daniel Bryan is showing up in AEW. Where he shows up, I don't know. I don't think it will be All Out. I do think it will be in New York City at Arthur Ashe Stadium. You got to space everything out. You can't blow your load all in one shot. Even with Adam Cole coming in, I don't know if he shows up at All Out. He very well could. But I don't think we should really start introducing everybody at the same time. They all need their individual moments. And this is a money-making opportunity for AEW. They got to play it right. You can't do everything at one shot because I know you're excited and you want to. You want to get the best roster you can. You want to sign the best free agents you can. Got to space them all out. Got to give everybody the equal opportunity to get over and maximize that debut because it's going to be a big deal when every single one of these guys debuts with AEW. So we will see what happens. I do think Wyndham is going to end up in AEW. It's the only thing that makes sense. WWE has a new pay-per-view in Atlanta on New Year's Day, simply titled Day One. I like it. It's cool. It's simple. It's direct. I don't know why we need a Day One pay-per-view. I don't know why we need a pay-per-view on the first of the year, but WWE maybe has some new plans. Maybe they have some cool plans. I doubt it, but maybe they do. WWE made the announcement this week, and tickets for Day One are going on sale Friday at 10 a.m. So if you guys live in the Atlanta area, make sure you guys go and check that out. Day One show might be the reason why there's been talks of moving the Royal Rumble till February of 2022. WWE held a New Year's themed show before with New Year's Revolution happening in early January, but this would be the first time that they've done a pay-per-view event on New Year's Day. WWE plans to air SmackDown on New Year's Eve from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm assuming that show will be taped and the superstars will have off, and then they'll get back to work on Day One. So we will see what happens. Like I said, with the Royal Rumble potentially being moved to February, if this is the reason, then there should be no Elimination Chamber in February. You do Day One, you do Royal Rumble, no pay-per-view in March, and then go right into WrestleMania. Allow Raw, allow SmackDown to breathe with the storylines. We don't need to be booking pay-per-views on the way to WrestleMania. We need to be booking stories. This is foreign language for anybody listening in WWE. Foreign language to you fucking geeks. Long-term storytelling that has a payoff at the biggest show of the year. After WrestleMania on Raw, reset. Come up with new ideas. The Elimination Chamber's a fucking waste. You guys have done nothing with it. You guys don't really go into it with any sort of excitement or plans. You don't use it for what it's intended for. So why even bother? Royal Rumble in February, I'm okay with as long as they eliminate the Elimination Chamber. But this is somewhat of a confirmation. We don't know yet. But I think WWE is doing this and then moving the Rumble till February. So we'll see what happens. Update on Pete Dunne and his WWE contract status. Fightful Select is reporting this week that WWE offered Pete Dunne a contract extension over SummerSlam weekend. It is unclear the exact length of the extension. It was also added that there's no word yet on if Dunne has re-signed or if he plans to do so. Dunne is in the same situation as Adam Cole, whose contract is slated to expire on Friday. Dunne did appear on Tuesday's NXT episode that was taped on Monday, and that was a segment involving Kyle O'Reilly, LA Knight, and NXT champion Samoa Joe. WWE taped several upcoming episodes of NXT on Tuesday night, but the results from those tapings have not come out yet because there were dirt sheet writers and journalists that were updating everybody via their websites on the spoilers, and WWE seen these people and heard about these people being in attendance, and they kicked them out of the CWC. So now we don't have any spoilers to go off of. And a lot of people are wondering, well, why are they kicking out everybody from the CWC? It wasn't like that before. I'll tell you one thing, folks. You just got to use your head. We all know NXT doesn't have any heart. I think the true essence of NXT is dead, and this is just one of the reasons why I think they're dead. They moved to the USA Network, and everything from show quality, the way it looks, the way it feels, the heart and soul of it, the mentality from management backstage, the mentality of a company just in general. People got kicked out from the Capitol Wrestling Center because WWE doesn't want spoilers leaking because they want ratings. And if people know the spoilers ahead of time, then that gives all the more reason for people not to watch on Tuesday night. If you know the spoilers, why are you going to watch? Unless something major happens, why are you going to watch? So WWE wants ratings. They don't want spoilers. This is not something that's on the WWE Network that isn't really benefiting the company based on ratings. They want ratings. They don't want spoilers. Spoilers means people won't watch. So that's the reason why they kicked everybody out. I think Cassidy Haynes of Bodyslam.net got kicked out, and goodbye. Or people that are affiliated with Bodyslam.net got kicked out of the Capitol Wrestling Center. But going back to Pete Dunne, man, I do think Pete Dunne stays. WWE seemingly has lined up Pete Dunne as the next challenger for Samoa Joe for the WWE NXT Championship. I don't know if that's going to be a case because we got Kyle O'Reilly, Johnny Gargano, LA Knight. None of those people really do anything for me against Samoa Joe. Maybe Johnny Gargano, but I think Pete Dunne has been teased enough. I don't know if that's going to get him to stay or it's going to be enough for him to stay, but I do think that he stays. He's so young. He's 26 years old. Where's he going? If WWE wants to keep him, offer him money. He's definitely a one-of-a-kind guy, and he's great at what he does. If he doesn't stay with WWE, I would not be surprised, but I would not be surprised to see him go back to the UK where he's a household name. Pete Dunne would kill it in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Just saying. But I do think Triple H loves him. Triple H loves everybody, but look at what Vince McMahon has done to the brand. Look at the brand itself. It's not the same anymore. So if Pete Dunne leaves, maybe he feels the same way that we do, but I do think he stays at the end of the day. I can't say the same for Adam Cole. And WWE is now thinking the same way that we are thinking about Adam Cole. Andrew Zarian, today actually, talked about this on the Mat Men podcast live on YouTube. Zarian spoke about Adam Cole's contract situation on Mat Men Pro Wrestling podcast. Zarian said this, and I quote, "With the people that I spoke to within WWE, for the longest time, the anticipation was that Adam Cole would re-sign with the WWE. Something has changed. Now, I'm not being told that he's leaving. I'm also not being told that he's signing with the WWE. So he says that I'm not being told he's leaving, and I'm also not being told that he's signing with WWE. So I don't know what's going on there. It seems like people in WWE, some people anyway, want him to stay, but they really don't know what's going on because I don't think Adam Cole has given them any indication that he's interested in staying. You can hear about all the rumors. The meeting with Vince McMahon went right. The meeting with Vince McMahon was very good. There was creative plans for Adam Cole. There wasn't no creative plans for Adam Cole. Adam Cole loves his Twitch. He wants a Twitch channel. WWE's not going to bend their fucking knee for Adam Cole to keep his Twitch channel. Meanwhile, AJ Styles can't have his. Cesaro can't have his. Xavier Woods can't have a solo Twitch channel on his own away from Up, Up, Down, Down. Randy Orton can't have one. But they're going to give one to Adam Cole to keep Adam Cole in WWE. Do you guys really think that WWE and Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard think Adam Cole is that much of a priority to keep him in WWE? What do you think that would do, and what do you think the other people would say who are not allowed to have a Twitch channel seeing Adam Cole get one? I think Adam Cole deserves the world. I think he's one of the best wrestlers on the fucking planet. But Vince McMahon doesn't think the way that we do. It's not going to happen. Now, Andrew Zarian continued and said this, and I quote, "The conversation with Vince McMahon apparently went well. Everybody heard that it went well. Vince McMahon thought that Adam Cole was a great person on a personal level. Then they talk shit about him as soon as he leaves the room. Look at how small he is. I can't put this guy in a ring with Drew McIntyre. I can't put this guy in a ring with Roman Reigns. I can't put this guy in a ring with Bobby Lashley." That's what they're thinking. They may look at him as a swell guy. They may look at him on a personal level as a model employee. Thank you for being loyal while you're in WWE. Thank you for not just letting your contract expire and going over to AEW. Yes, they look at him on a personal level as a good guy, as a model employee. And that's exactly what he showed everybody he is. That's what they mean. They don't look at him as an in-ring performer, as somebody that they want to push. It's not going to happen that way, which is benefit for AEW, because that's where he's going to thrive. He's not going to thrive in WWE. Conversation with McMahon went apparently well. That was a positive conversation at the SmackDown on Friday a couple weeks ago. I don't know what changed. I can tell you what changed, bro. I can tell you what changed. Cole saw Punk, and Cole saw Punk's reaction on Friday's Rampage and said, you know what? I don't know why I gotta be where I am now. That's where I'm going. Punk saw Britt Baker in the back, and that's the first name that he mentioned off the top of his head before he even said anything about why he was back and why he was here in AEW. You don't think Adam Cole saw that? You don't think Adam Cole thought about that himself and said, you know, I don't really see any of that type of behavior, and I don't really see any type of that selfishness here in WWE, but here's this guy coming back after 7.5 years, and he's putting over my girlfriend as the first person off the top of his head before he even mentions anything about himself. You don't think Adam Cole's seen that? Give me a break. Adam Cole should go to AEW. I'm not saying that's what he needs to do. You gotta do it. But from a fan to performer, from somebody that knows what happens in WWE to guys like that, you're going nowhere. Look at everybody before you. I want to believe Adam Cole could break through the glass ceiling. I just don't see it. And with Vince McMahon's mentality now, I don't see it happening, period. I don't. The Young Bucks have already teased about Adam Cole's character being killed off on Being the Elite, seances, dressing up as Ghostbusters. Kenny Omega posted something on Instagram a couple of days ago. They are all anticipating him back with them. You don't think he wants to be there? You don't think Adam Cole sees the landscape changing? If Adam Cole stays with WWE, nothing will advance his career. Nothing. If he goes to AEW, his career will be advanced. Bryan's there. Punk's there. He's there. Black's there. Andrade's there. Wyndham's going to end up there. Why wouldn't Adam Cole find that to be very attractive? Sitting in WWE's fucking hellhole. For the next couple of days at least. Tomorrow, he's a free agent. I don't know. I don't get it. Cole's contract expires on Friday. So if he does not sign a deal soon, then he would be free to legally speak to AEW. In theory, he could show up on Dynamite Wednesday. I don't think that's going to be the right place to debut him. I don't think that's going to happen at all. But I do think Cole is going to end up in AEW. It doesn't make sense for him to stay in WWE at all. And from what everybody's reporting, there's no creative plans. They don't have creative plans for Adam Cole. Where's he going? Where's he going if he stays in WWE? Look at Sami Zayn. Look at Kevin Owens. Look at Apollo Crews. Look at the mid-card. They are stuck in mid-card purgatory, man. Adam Cole should be at the top. And we all know that he needs to be at the top, but he won't be there. He won't be there. AEW is Bay. And finally, guys, NBC Universal and USA Network has serious issues with SmackDown being so stacked. And WWE had other plans for Becky Lynch at SummerSlam. Zarian on the Matt Man podcast talked about this as well. Zarian said that there were plans for Lynch to make an appearance, but then plans changed at SummerSlam. She was inserted into the SmackDown Women's title picture in the match with Bianca Belair. Zarian said this, and I quote, "I was told this was not going to be the ending, obviously. She was going to show up on the card. Becky Lynch was always going to come out for this live crowd. That was not something that was last minute. The title change was the difference. That was something new. That was not planned. That was an adjustment. They made it, and we'll see where it goes on Friday," end quote. He also noted that there are big executives at NBC Universal that are not thrilled with the way SmackDown's roster is much more stacked than Raw. Zarian said this, and I quote, "There's a little bit of an issue with NBC and USA and the fact that this SmackDown roster is really stacked now." Meaning that Becky Lynch is there, Brock Lesnar is going to be there Friday, Roman Reigns is going to be there. I mean, it is night and day between which show is must-see and which show is get off my TV. That's what is the problem here. NBC knows it. NBC knows Raw sucks. NBC knows Fox is housing the better show in WWE. Something needs to be done. So the draft, if there is one, and if WWE takes it to be serious, that may solve NBC's woes. We don't know. But as far as Becky Lynch, I can't stand this decision now. I am a little bit more, I guess, calmed down from Saturday SummerSlam. It was an awful decision. It was an awful fucking decision. And Becky Lynch should have never buried Bianca Belair the way that she did. Fuck Vince McMahon for doing that. Fuck Becky Lynch for not speaking up about not burying Bianca Belair. And fuck Bianca Belair for not sticking up for herself, knowing that she's being treated wrongly. They're all to blame equally. Every single one of them. When something is wrong, somebody has to speak up. When the old man does something that doesn't make sense, somebody needs to speak up. Bianca, there's a lot of investment from the fans' perspective in Bianca Belair. We all know what she can be. There's a lot of investment there. You wiped that all away with 27 seconds at SummerSlam. You wiped all of Sasha Banks' hard work. You wiped away a WrestleMania main event that was supposed to do what you think Becky Lynch is supposedly gonna do. Why have her WrestleMania main event and then wipe it all away, do it all over again, and have Becky make Bianca bigger. Shouldn't WrestleMania have made Bianca bigger? Shouldn't coming out of WrestleMania, you guys creatively write Bianca to be strong and better off after Sasha left her in the ring, standing there as SmackDown Women's Champion? I don't get it. Why are champions looked at as jokes in WWE? Why does anybody in the WWE think Bianca Belair deserves that? I don't understand it. You got a future piece of this company in the women's division, and you wiped it all away. I don't like throwing the word burial around, but my God, there's no other way to describe it other than a burial. Champions mean nothing to WWE. They got the title on somebody that they think is going to draw a rating. Becky's going to draw a rating for what, a week or two? Everybody looks at Becky now as the problem, and everybody feels bad for Bianca. Will this turn Becky heel the way that she thinks it's going to make her a heel? I don't know. I don't see that woman being booed come SmackDown. I don't. Maybe I'm proven wrong. But the question is, I want to throw something to you guys. Do you ever see Roman Reigns losing in 27 seconds? Would you ever see Roman Reigns pinned in 27 seconds for a shock value? To put somebody over? Roman Reigns, every time he's in the ring, he puts somebody over that he's in the ring with because of the story that he tells. Do you guys ever see Tony Khan burying his champions on AEW? Would you ever see AEW bury Kenny Omega in 27 seconds to make a new star? To really start building somebody else up? Kenny Omega, every time he's in the ring, is going to put somebody over because of how valuable Kenny Omega has been to the AEW Championship. Same thing goes for Roman Reigns. I don't understand the bullshit creative. It is so fucking stupid. Becky didn't need to be there. She should have showed up in front of the live crowd if things were in place for it to happen. But WWE knew Sasha Banks was out for 8 days, and they did nothing but troll the fans, continue to push the match, and then send Becky Lynch out there to bury one of the future's biggest stars in WWE. I can't get behind that. SmackDown is so much greater than Monday Night Raw. It's not even as SmackDown is a good show. Raw is just so fucking terrible every fucking week. It's nothing but the same show every week. So I get where NBC's frustration is coming from. You gotta change it. Does WWE even care about Monday night anymore? They got this big deal with Fox. All they seemingly do is add to SmackDown, and they don't give anything to Raw. Even with the draft, Monday Night Raw is not gonna be enhanced. We're gonna be seeing rematches 4 or 5 weeks after the draft, and WWE is gonna start rinsing and repeating for the next year until the next fucking draft. Becky Lynch, I don't know what she's gonna say on Friday. It's gonna be a very interesting Friday night. Hopefully they can correct it, but I highly, highly doubt it. The damage was already done. The damage was already done. And for the geeks saying, well, look, this is going to make Bianca into a bigger star. She main evented WrestleMania. That should have been the fucking plateau right there. And then you continue to build her after that. No, but Becky Lynch is going to be greater than whatever happened with Sasha Banks at WrestleMania, right? Give me a fucking break. Give me a break. You don't build new stars by burying them in 27 fucking seconds, having them lose the championship. It's not the right way. It's fucking negligence. You should be a fucking ashamed of yourself if you agree with this company's tactics. I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys very much for all your support. If you enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. If you guys want to go check out all the other videos on the channel, please do so. They're on the homepage right there. If you guys want your merchandise, linked underneath the video screen that you're watching right now. And I will see you back here Friday night as we do live SmackDown post-show and AEW Rampage on Friday night from the venue right here on Off the Script. Hit that thumbs up, guys, and I'll see you right back here live Friday night for SmackDown and AEW Rampage.